watching this after the fact. Oh dear. So yep, another Friday night, and I'm all on my lonesome again. So it's just me and you. I'm gonna get the Bandito out, I think, and have a little game while I wait for the family to join us and or join me, I should say. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop that there like that. Let's see if we can't just adjust the legs so that it just actually sits on the little table, and then bring it around there like that. Zoom out a little bit maybe. Yeah, I think that might do. Right, jobs are good. The beauties of van life. Always moving a table around. Right, that's it. That's a good size portion of the table in the frame. So we're good. Sorted. And hello to whoever's joined me already. I owe a few dad jokes today, so I think 3. I'm pretty sure we didn't do any since the day before we collected the wood, which I think was Wednesday. So yeah, so we've got Wednesdays, Thursdays and today's. We'll get them out of the way. A little bit later, yeah. Not right now, but a little bit later. I'm going to, I don't know, I think I did the chat settings on there. I'm just going to set up the chat on this device as well. There we go. Chat settings, all chat. Very important. You can see all the messages. Right. Where did I put the Bandito? I thought I put it in here. No, I haven't. Bandito is in this one. There we are. Jobs are good 'un. I actually saw a cheap version of this on Temu. I was just doing a little browse because they gave me some more credit. I'm not sure what the credit was for. I think because I'm waiting on an item that should have arrived already. I'm not sure. Something that was going to be ground shipped, so it means it's going to take forever to come. I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. It just needs to get here at some point. It's just something to do a little adjusting, a little upgrading on the back of the van. Just a little like storm strip basically. And I want to put it at the top of the solar panel because a little bit of rain does get through that little gap. And I was originally going to use some rubber up there, but I think that will work just as well. It'll probably be a lot easier to install. Right, so we've got a shuffle done. Top 3 cards. Let's get cracking on this and see if we can't trap Bandito on the first attempt. I can see we've got some people in. If you don't want to chat, that's fine, but if you do, let me know where you're from and say hi. Straight off the bat, I'm going to try for that one. Yeah, looks. I'll tell you what. Well, I mean, it won't matter actually. I'm going to leave the brightness as it is. Oh, got another 2 to 1, so that's pretty solid. Do it again. Make a little square here. Useful moves. Oh, got a corner piece. That could be interesting. What do I want to do? Yeah, I think I'll do that there. And then I'm going to close that off. Job done. Oh, that's not a great time to have that piece turn up. I'm going to put that there. I think there's use to that. Oh, that's actually useful. We're going to put that there, which opens it up, but then immediately put that on, which gets us around to there. Oh, we've got a single closer. That could be useful. Do I want to? Yeah, I want to put that there. I'm going to take a risk and put. I'm going to need the right piece to come across there, but I think that's worth the risk. Oh, that is not great. if I put that there, I can put that there. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Put that there. We now have a nice, not just a single closer, but a corner as well. They're always very useful. Oh, I've got away with that so nicely. Look at that. We've got another square form. Squares are good. Like when you make the square, that means you're using up exits. That's very good. That is nice. Oh, and another corner. Okay, well, we're going to use that corner, close this one down. So now we've got a double here, a couple of singles. So that's your original 6, but in pretty good situation right now. And then this extra one here. That's not bad. We had a lot of the bad pieces out of the way. So now we're just looking to see what we can do about closing some of these up with some better pieces if we can get them. Denied, it says. You have been denied better pieces. Okay. I might put that there and use a corner closer to close that up. Oh, another pretty bad piece. Do you know, I'm going to use that there. It's going to make things a bit worse for a moment, but I think in the long run that could be useful. Yeah, we're going to turn that from 2 to 1. Oh. Hey, Susan. Hi, Sue. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm well. Sometimes when Ethan goes off back to his mum's, which has happened today, sometimes I'm quite sad about it and I kind of feel a bit lonely. Other times, like today, that's not the case. And I think it helps. I've got like Lucas coming around later, I believe. We did agree to meet up today. I haven't heard anything from him. Normally, he just confirms on a message to make sure I'm actually going to be here. He has some minor trust issues. I think he's had people in the past who get a bit flaky and he just doesn't want to get like let down. Do you know, I'm going to use this single close over here. So I am curious if he's actually going to. I think he is. He's never been flaky with me, so I assume he's going to turn up and be okay, all good. Well, I want to close this one down as well. Might as well use these closers as we're getting them. I've got another single closer. Ooh, this is getting interesting. I'm going to close that one. Then I don't have to think about this end, and so I'm just waiting for the piece that will close these. And now I'm concerned with these ones together. Ah, Susie's in. Hi, Susie. Didn't expect to see you today. Well, if I do that there, now I've got to be careful. The problem is, if I close this before I get that, I'm in trouble. So I don't want to get myself into any sticky situations with this, to be honest. I could put a corner here and put them together. That has some sort of merit, I think, because then I can do this. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to move this all over while I've got the opportunity here. And we have an Inshal. Is that how we pronounce that? I'm going to go for Inshal. Yeah, I hope that's correct. Correct me if I am wrong. I like to pronounce people's names correctly. And obviously it is a handle, so maybe you've got a proper name you want me to call you, or maybe that is your proper name. It's always hard to guess from the handles. We've spoken quite a lot, Susie. I don't know how you could miss me already. I'm aware I haven't been on WhatsApp today. I've had my notifications off, so you might have messaged me and I haven't responded to you. And if that's the case, I apologise, Susie. I was focused. I had to do a little bit of work today, which I did while Ethan was getting some of his schoolwork out of the way. But I did want to try to focus where I could on spending time with him. And I knew it was going to be little pieces throughout the day rather than a solid block like I usually get. Which is why I don't like to work on the week when I have him, but sometimes it's needed. Last week I lost a bit of time to some bad weather, had to be made up. Oh, I could use that piece there. Yeah. Do you know, I'm going to do that just to make that a little bit more safer and possible to close sooner. I feel like that's a pretty solid move. And also this corner one could get me out, but I think actually, do you know what? This is the first time I've ever used one of these in a legit way. I'm going to put that here. That's going to get me out of here and towards that, and then watch what happens here. I'm going to close that and that one with that one. So now I've just got these ones like this. If I can get another single closer, I think we've done this. Whoa, yes. Gotta be well happy with that. Oh my look, do you know, I've done that like a pro. I'm getting so good at this game. Oh, dearie me. Solid. That's it. Job absolutely done. Hi, Sparker. Good to see you. What's this? Do you have much planned for the weekends? Asked Sue. No big stuff, to be fair. I do need to. I've got 2 new wheels for the back of the van, which I need to get put in. So I need somebody to come along and basically take the wheels off, swap the tyres that are brand new onto these new wheels, and then put them back on. Which I'm hoping I can get somebody. I have been in touch with a local sort of tyre fitter, like a 24-hour guy. He's the type that would deal with like an emergency situation, which I thought meant that this guy, if I contacted him and said, look, I'm really local, because he's like super local. Are you about? Can you get this done for me? I didn't hear anything from his email, so I called him, and then I eventually got a text saying, sorry, I can't take calls right now. Just text me what tyre you need, let me know. And this guy is like taking his time. I'm thinking, if this guy's an emergency guy, I'm like, what do you need? Because like I called and I've texted. If this was an emergency situation where I was basically stranded because of a flat tyre, I would not be impressed, because I'd basically been stuck there for a long time. So I'm starting to think maybe I won't use this guy, and maybe I'll just make the effort to drive over to the sort of service centre where they were doing it before. I'm just not that keen on using places like that when I don't have to, because it is a bit of a hassle with the van. Like, I always worry they're going to kind of move it around and crunch it. I am aware that place, they don't bother to like take my van inside. They're just going to bring a jack out and jack it up with like outside. They've done that both times, so they seem like they're okay with it. But yeah, I feel a bit weird taking it back there again another time. So I was hoping to find a local tyre guy who could basically sort it for me and do it at a fair price. But this guy's been a bit flaky, so I'm going to see if I can't find somebody else. So that's one thing I want to sort out on the weekend. And in the meantime, I've got loads of little jobs around the van that I want to do. So I've already done one of them. I've been over to B&Q today, just around the corner, just walked over and had a little look around. And I've got loads of little bits and pieces that I need to do, little jobs. So I want to swap out my drying rack for my washing up for one that I can kind of like put away a bit easier, and one that looks a bit nicer. So more of a permanent thing. This is always a temporary thing, sort of in between sort of like upgrades. So I want to sort that one out. I want to do something with my windowsill to make sure things can't slide off it, put a little rail on. And I want to fix the clothes rail inside and put a proper rail inside the wardrobe, like a nice little short one. And little things like that, basically. Loads of little jobs, just little upgrade things for the van that I've been meaning to do, and I have been slowly getting them done over the weekends. I've recorked, I've corked, like I think I mentioned this in a previous stream, I corked Ethan's wall to make it a little bit more comfortable in there. I need to sort out the wall up in Henry's a little bit more as well. Yeah, there's a few just little jobs like that really, and that's, I think, what this weekend's going to be all about, just doing the little jobs. I will try and get out for a walk tomorrow and see if I can't harvest a bit more wood, because I've been enjoying getting like the really big wood with my new saw, so it's been really good. So there, that's me talking about that. Well, I hope you solved your problems, Susie. I see there you put something about having some problems to solve. Right. Right. Let's have another crack. We had quite a few people for a little time, but then they must have all got a bit bored. Maybe all my talking was too much. It is a bit of an odd one. I always think that like it must seem like strange to some people to like arrived in the stream to me just basically playing a game fairly quietly. I'm going to try to be clever here. That makes some more. Oh, I could just close that off, but I'm going to close that off. I like the idea of closing it. Ooh, can I? Yes, I can. I can make this work. I'm going to put that one there. Yeah, so as I was saying, like some people I think like to come in and just watch what I'm doing. Other people like to come in for the chat. So, and I never know what each person who's turned up is looking for. So it's a bit of a tricky one sometimes to figure out what's. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. What is the kind of thing that people want to see and want to hear, and all that, Jays. Oh, knocked it. Let's put that back. All right. Yeah, we're going to end up closing this end off again. And we're working more over this side once again. Ooh, thing is, I don't really want to use up the closers like unnecessarily, but I also don't like the pieces I've got right now. I'm gonna put that there just to. I think I'm gonna put that there. Just try to use up some of the bad pieces. Oh wait, I've got a really good idea here. So we put this here, put that there, no change. So we're going to put that there. Nice. We came up with loads of connectors there to use up these bad ones. Oh, I don't like this at all. This is kind of spiraling out of control a little bit. That's annoying. I could have used both of these. I think that'll work. Yeah, so I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that one there. Oh, now I've got a double. Oh, that's brutal. They're all a bit separated out. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm just going to put that one there. How is the Bandito going tonight? Well, you saw that we finished the first one, Sparker. That was the actual first game. I'm gonna. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna put that there. Then put that one on there. Oh, that's the wrong way round. It's the wrong one. I need to go the other way. We'll surely get that piece at some point. I could put that there and wait for a C close here. I think that's doable. There were some other options that could fit there eventually as well. I'm going to put that one there. Oh, I'm going to put the corner here. I think I like that move. It gives me options for this one going forward if I need it. Oh, I don't like this now. I think that might be. I don't know if I like that though. If I go like there, a corner one will do that. There's plenty more corners where the others came from. That'll have to go that way. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do here. Oh, I've got a couple of straight closers. So first one is going to be that one. Then we've got the corner we need. Look at that straight away. Boom. That's the result. Yeah, I often think this. I think that if isn't it Elon Musk got a company that's doing the thing where they're like basically hooking computers up to people's brains? I think I need one of those because my memory can be absolutely stonking sometimes, just atrocious. Ooh, so if I put that one there, I could then put that there and make another corner. Do you know I'm going to do that? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that one there. Put that there, and I'm fully aware that this is now getting a bit like off the edge, but we will deal with it. Oh, we can turn it into a single. So let's move some of these up here. Make sure I'm getting this. That was there. That's right. That was there. That's there. There we go. Everything's as it was. So I can actually use this corner, turn it into a single, which I think will do. So we can close that. We've got a closer. Do I want to do that? It's a bit risky at the moment to use that. I'm still waiting on this piece here to close this. Not that I need... Well, actually, I can do that there. I'm going to do that. I'm waiting on a C closer here or something similar. That's a bad piece. See, because that could cause a lot of trouble. But that's a... I don't want to work off it. I'm going to close that up. And we're going to see what happens. So that would go there, but I'm just going to put it there so I'm not knocking it. That's closed. Oh, that can't be used either. But what we will do is, well, now we're working over here, look, and we're nearly off on this edge. Do you know, I thought that was the one then, but it's not. It's the, again, it's the reverse. So then we're going to do that one there like that. Oh, that's a really, really awful piece. That's a stinky, stinky piece to get. I don't know. I don't know what to use these for now at all. It's easy. You are being very vocal in the chat today, but you're being positive, so I like it. Oh wait, I can use this one to get out of here. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, we have a closer. Oh, do I want to use that? I don't know that I want to use that right now. Problem is, if I put that there, that's a big old problem. There is a piece that closes that, but it's that one. I don't know how many of them there are in here. There's a reverse over here. Trying to think if there's two of each or not. I'm not convinced there are. If there are, then I can do that. But again, even if I do that, there's only going to be one, and it's going to be an absolute stonker trying to... You know, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put this over here. I don't really want to be off the edge over there, but I'll try and bring things back into the fold over here a little bit. All right. Gives us a little bit of space over here. AI, yeah, artificial idiot. That's me. Oh dear. Now I could put this here, but it does not bode super well. I mean, there were a few pieces that would fit them together, and then I'd have to have a closer for there, which I know exists. There's one out here, and there aren't any of those gone other than that. The reverse one is here. So there's at least two more of them. Yeah, do you know, I think that's fair actually. I'm going to place that there just to get that used, because that's a bad pick. Oh, you... Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Just as I play that part, the perfect one comes up, other than the C closer, but that would have come up and then I wouldn't have had that issue. That is typical. But you know, I'm going to use this anyway. I'm going to use that to go there, because that's going to make this one now actually work quite well. I'll put that there. Now I've got a corner and a single, and we like corners, don't we? That's a bit brutal though. Was that really necessary? Yeah, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to put that one there. Okay, got an idea of this, and I'm going to close that, like just... Actually, no, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to close it. This one here. No, that can be closed. No, I don't want to do that at all. So that would go there, but I'm just going to lay it there. It's fine. Oh, I realise you guys can't actually see what I'm working on now. So, yeah, There you go. You can. This one would have been here. You can see me basic. Oh, my arm's in the way. So this one would have been here, right off the table. But I'm just gonna stack it just there because it's not going to matter. Right. So this is all closed except for this one. We've got these two here and these three here. I think don't want to make that into a corner. That's a big risk. That's a big risk. I don't have anything that works with a corner. I don't think that's a good idea at all. I think I'm going to go put that on there. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, wait. I'll put it here. And there's a good reason for that. Okay. That is not very good. But we'll do that now that we've put them closer together. Oh, we have a closer. It's the wrong one for here. We can't make it work there. And it's the opposite side for that as well. So, yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this one here. That means I can use that there if I want to. Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're going to do that one there. Oh, you little annoying little thing. Oh, it's Kit in. Hi, Kit. Oh, I see you got a new profile pic. It's so small, I can't see you, but is that you or is that somebody else? And how are you? Oh, Gracie's in. Hi, Gracie. So we've got Kit and Gracie arrived. How are you both? I hope you're well. I'm gonna leave that open because that could be like an exit strategy for any old thing that I need. I could definitely close this up, but I'm looking to basically put a corner in here for now. And now I've got two together. I'm fine with that. I think you guys can still see what I'm working on. Yep, that's all good. One of these annoying things. Can you see what I'm working on here? No, let me put these over here. So these are ones I'm working with. I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this at all. Now I could put this in here and turn that into a C-close situation, which we know we've still got two of. I'm not sure if there's two straight bits or not, or just one. There's not more than two. We're gonna put that there and wait for a C-close. That's the right closer for that in there. We'll get that out of the way. That's excellent. Oh, we can turn that into one and get that further down towards that one. That's nice. And now we have bad ones just accruing like annoyingly. I'm waiting to see close anyway. I think I'm going to put that one here. I think there's less danger with that there. Oh, we've got... Interestingly, I don't have to wait for C-closes. I could close that one with this, and then a straight close would get that one done. So there are options here, actually, more options than I had before. That was actually a good move, that one. I don't really want to use this one. So, yeah, I'm going to use this one here. So it's the one I can't use in there. See what we get. Oh, I think that's worthwhile. I'm gonna do that. See what we get. We have the L. It's down to one here, which is really good. So let me just see what everyone said. Good to hear Kit's doing well. And it is you. Okay, fair play. I'll when I can see it on a bigger screen, I'll have a little look. So Sparker says, I'm multitasking, playing golf, making a chili and chatting with you guys. Wow, That's some top-notch multitasking. And Gracie's also doing the same on 3 streams. How are you doing 3 streams? Are you like on a computer and doing, or what? Are you on like 3 different devices? I don't know how you're managing that. Oh, Gracie. Regards is like when you have it at the bottom of the letter, say like kind regards or something like that. So I think Gracie's just saying hi, but I don't know why. Not sorry, Susie's just saying hi to Gracie. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with this. Let's have a think. So we've got to close out at some point. We know that this could work. It's pretty tricky in here. There are straight closers. We've got one used already though, down here, and one here. Oh, I don't know if the straight closers will work. We have to wait for the C close here. We don't want to block this one up right now. This one's a bit of a pain now though. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to close that one up over here and start working on this one instead, because we've got them both down to 1 and it's going to be easier to work this way. Oh, we've got the C close. Well, we're going to use that straight away. Why not? And now we're down to, I think, 1. So we just need to get a single close, and we've done this. And that's a pretty epic one if we've done it. I tell you, we've got some... Well, we haven't got it there. I'm going to just go for the risk, and I'm just going to put that there and hope that we can... Can you still see what I'm working on? Yeah, you can. Yeah. I'm going to put that there and see if we can't get the single close now, because we still have some out there. We haven't got close to using them all yet. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them used. There's more than that there. Ha! The luck is with us. Boom. Let me just double check. I think, yep, we closed everything. Solid. Two for two. 2 for 2. Wicked. That was an epic game, that one. The first one was a solid play by me, but this one was tricky because there was a lot of bad ones to start. But I've managed to make that work. I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased with that. Right, so what's this? We've got some modded chat. Oh, it's just Susie saying her name as well. Yeah, to be honest, that's an autocorrect thing, Susie. In England here, Susanna is like the more basic version of it, I think, is what it all gets auto-corrected to. That was a bit legendary, Sparker. That was an epic one. So I think we're done with Bandido for now. I'm going to do the dad jokes, because I need to do 3 dad jokes today, because I'm owing you guys 2 dad jokes. So cringy dad jokes it coming up just as soon as I've basically sorted all this out, and I'm going to move this around so that you guys can see the stove. We'll have a little bit of a Friday night chill sort of positioning. I'm going to put that over there. Let's close up the table. Oh. Put the stools underneath, as you do. Bring you guys around. All right, let's try and get things set up so that everything looks nice. There we go. Oh, let me sort out the stove a little bit. It's fine enough for keeping me warm, but we want it to look nice for the stream, don't we? So we just bash that down a little bit. So this is some of the wood that me and Ethan had been harvesting. Let me show you actually. I've been splitting some of it as well, so you might be interested to see. I don't know if the light, yeah, the light's going to come on in here. There you go. You can see the big chunks of wood we've got split with my little hatchet down there. Good job that. But yeah, we've got some really nice chunks here. And I can split them again. They're pretty easy just to, after what you've done the first split, you can split them. Like you can sort of see this one here wants to go. That's got a big old crack where I dried it out a little bit and it went, and they kind of, you do need to dry them out a bit. I will say, I have to like just warm them up and just give them a sort of couple of hours of drying before I try splitting them. Obviously I struggle. So this one I didn't I didn't dry enough, and you can see I had to take quite a few whacks at that to get that to go. But yeah, that's the firewood that we're using right now, which saves me having to use the ones that I buy, which is obviously like kind of the point, isn't it? Also, I just like using woods that I've procured for myself. There's just something about doing it. Right, so we can go back to sort of a normal kind of zoom, I think. There we go. Lovely. So yeah, let me check the chat. Oh, you know, you guys are too far away. I'm going to be leaning in the whole time. Try to get this just about right. So there we go. That's hey, that's better. Cheers for the GG's, Sparker. This Andrew Garfield stuff, honestly. Fire Banana, hi Banana, welcome back in. Hope your day's been good. What we've got, it is 11 PM for me, and I just got home because I was in a movie theatre watching a movie called Anaconda. Is that like a really old one, or have they redone it? Because I swear I remember that from like a long time ago. It's almost 10 o'clock here. So we've got probably about 25 minutes until Lucas turns up. So we'll be streaming for another 20 minutes, I think. So the first cringy dad joke of the day. We'll space these out a little bit. We won't just do them quick fire or anything. What do prisoners use to call each other? This one's really bad. I think everyone can guess this one as well. What do prisoners use to call each other? Cell phones. Oh, yeah, there you go. Sparkle's right in there with it. Absolutely. That is abysmal. That's not even cringy. That's just abysmal. That is not a good joke at all. I don't know how that's in the top 100 most cringy jokes. I mean, only cringy because it's really bad. That's about as close as you're getting to a reason for that being cringy. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to get a nice sized bit of kindling. I'm going to throw that in beside that, and that will create some nice flame. Just cheat and make it look good. As you do. There you go. Look. That lit that well good, didn't it? Beautiful. It only lasts for like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, but it means everyone comes in can see a nice fire now, which is good. That is definitely something I'd like to have a little fiddle with during the summer season. See if I can't. I'm not going to build anything myself. I just don't have the tools. If I had the tools, I could, but I can't do welding and stuff. I mean, I guess it's potentially possible to kind of build one where I maybe like, I don't know if I can pot rivet something together. I don't know if that would last. I might have to look into that. But that's potentially something I could do. Maybe if there's, but I don't know what the pot rivets would be made of. They might, like anything stainless steel would be fine as long as there's like expansion room and stuff like that. I think maybe like stainless steel bolts would work actually, so maybe I could bolt something. So if I designed it in a way where you couldn't see the bolts but they were easy enough to put together, maybe. But then there's the hinges, could be tricky, but maybe there's some pre-made things out there. I don't know. I'm gonna have a look and see. I'll see what I can do. But I do have like some design ideas, and I do want it to have like a lot of glass so I can see the fire. That's kind of the idea. That's what I'm thinking. Is like I'd want something where I can custom build the grill to have my. You know, like, I don't know actually. I think quite like the way I've got it with like a I think a stainless steel coil for the basket works quite well for the wood. I think if I made that with a little bit more precision, or got something ordered, and that's the thing, I could potentially order parts where I have them like machined like down to exactly what I need them to be. So as long as I design it right, I think it's doable. And I think the cost of like a stove is going to be pretty high, whether I'm building it myself or buying it like pre-made. But I think if I was to design it right, I think I'd get it around about the same sort of cost. So yes, that's definitely a project I'm thinking for the summer. I could potentially get my teeth into the summer, because obviously I don't want to do it when I'm using the thing. But yeah, I think I think something a little bit more open planned kind of fire would be really awesome. And then for next season, we'll have some proper good visuals in the van, and especially when I have like guests around. I feel like I like to entertain. I've always been that kind of person. I like to have people over and entertain, you know, games nights and stuff like that. I do, because of that, I do want to think about getting some more comfortable chairs in here that people can sit and relax and enjoy a game like on, rather than like the ones that I've got at the moment. So I'm wanting to think about getting some sort of foldable sort of but very comfortable chairs that will work with the table. And I think essentially at least a couple of those could be quite a good idea to have, so that when I have people around, if there's like 4 of us, 2 can sit on the sofa, which is very comfortable, and then another 2 could go the other side. But quite often it's just me and another person anyway, and that little table now is the absolute shiz for the for playing 2-player games that aren't too big. We've got someone called Scripto saying, yeah, big fire. That one's too small. Yeah, well, actually, this one's big for a van. I'm going to say this one is huge for a van, but it does the job beautifully, and it means I can do like a long overnight burn and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to be able to see the fire more. I think the fire itself is probably big enough, but I mean, sometimes I have that thing completely filled with wood. I'm not kidding. Like earlier, that had like 2 of them massive pieces in it, like just on top of like a couple that had mostly burned down, and it was just stacked in there, absolutely stacked, which is why it's so warm in it, because I was just like, I'm just going to stack this thing and see what goes on. But yeah, I do want to have more glass so that I can see more of the fire, and that's what we really want. The incorruptible left foot of Saint Anna. No. That's a right foot. That's a right foot, not a left foot. Chuck, you are lying. That's not the incorruptible left foot. That's the incorruptible right foot, I think you'll find. In fact, it does look like a right foot. I'm pretty sure it is. Sussed. Yeah, completely sussed. But hi, Chuck. Good to see you in. And hi to Scripto as well, if you're still here. Nice to have you in the chat. So, second joke. Second dad joke. We need to do the second joke. Right. How do you make a Kleenex dance? Oh, I know this one. Surely we all know this one. How do you make a Kleenex dance? Now that's a bit dodgy. How do you make a tissue dance is how I know this one. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. Ooh. Put a little boogie in it. What's this? The incorruptible right foot. Yeah, well done, Chuck. Is it real? I don't even know what it is. I don't know what you're talking about, Chuck. You're gonna have to give us some information. Go on, give us the breakdown. What is this? What is this you're talking about? Sparker's saying I would not have the foggiest, Chuck. Yeah, that's neither do I. Angler's in. Hi, Angler. Good evening, and welcome to a chill in the van. You've missed the first 2 dad jokes, but we've got one more. We've got one more coming. But how are you? How are you, Angler? How's your Friday night going? Well, I mean, you're here watching me, so it's not obviously off the charts banging or anything, but I'm hoping it's a good one nonetheless. Chuck saying, Spark, it would also be a matter of authority to speak. What? So it depends who you ask and what you mean by will. So come on in. Tell us, Chuck, what is this left foot thing you're talking about, or is this not what we're talking about? I don't know. Oh, is that from Monty Python or real? I don't know. I don't. Do you know what? I'm not. I've seen some clips of Monty Python, and I think one time I've watched the whole thing, but it did not leave the impression on me that it does on some, on like a lot of other people. Oh, we got James in. Hi, James. Angler saying, "Oh, I missed the dad jokes. I have 2 kids, so Friday night is much more like a Monday night." That's fair enough. I know exactly what it's like. When my 2 lads were younger, it was like it's one of those things you don't really get a Friday night to be honest too often. But these days, you know, I get the odd Friday night to myself where I get to have some lads over and stuff like that. I'm hoping that Lucas will be joining me for some chess soon. I mean, that's, you know, that's off the chain kind of stuff, that, isn't it? You know what I mean? Basically, it's a rave if we're playing. I'm joking. I'm not like Gracie. I'm not off down the pub having a rave or anything. Chuck saying right and left foot are stored in grease. Is that to kind of keep the air off them? You know, just like as like a protective layer? I'm joking. I saw you spelt it the other way. I mean, if they're in grease, they must be real then. Yeah. 40 Towers was better. Yeah, I mean, I watched a lot of that. I got the humour, but it didn't really. It's not the kind of humour that gets me too much, to be fair. Again, something British that I should probably get really into, and I just never really. I think what it is, it was before my time, if you know what I mean. Like when I started to watch things, that was already quite old, and I was used to the sort of the newer stuff. So I guess that's what happens. And as I've mentioned before, and I know Sparkle not like me mentioning him, but Jimmy Carr is my favourite comedian. His that kind of humour is like, that's right up my street. The kind of edgy stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's part of it really. Is like I'm more sort of towards, you know, current stuff rather than like it used to be that my favourite was Billy Connolly, like a long time ago when I was younger. I tell you what though, I tell you one show that I used to love because it was and I found this one hilarious, is Steptoe and Son. Did anyone ever see that? I'm sure, because that was well known, but I watched a lot of that. That was one of those things. This was back when TV didn't have the +1 channels or any on demand, and I would make the effort to see Steptoe and Son, and it was obviously a rerun thing because this thing aired way before I was born, I'm pretty sure, but like originally. But like, yeah, I remember watching that when I was younger, and just I would deliberately like make sure I was on time to watch old Steptoe and Son because that thing was crazy, and I love that. You dirty old man. Or Red Dwarf. Like Red Dwarf was like, you know, the thing as well. I think for me, like that's the sort of stuff that I was growing up with, like just watching things like that, and yeah. I'm off to Barcelona for a few nights tomorrow, so that should be good. Wow, that's a night. That sounds like a lot of fun. What are you doing in Barcelona? Can I ask? That is it a fishing trip or something like that, or is it? I hope it's not all business or anything. Gone are the days where we would rush home to watch our favourite TV. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, you know, obviously, as soon as the screen started, which includes TV, it was all going to be downhill because we all started watching screens rather than getting out and doing things. But at least when it was just 4 channels and you had to kind of be there at the time to watch it. Now, obviously, there were things that were popular, especially if you had friends who were going to watch it. You kind of got into watching stuff like, I mean, things like, obviously, like, you know, Star Trek and stuff like that is something I used to watch a lot of. And what was the other one? I equate it to what now is Stranger Things, but it was all about sci-fi stuff. I can't remember what it was now. It was called something. The Twilight Zone, that was it. Things like that. You know, you had to like be present like at the right time to watch it. And obviously you could record, you know, you know, but you could never get that thing to work the way it was supposed to, so you just didn't bother. And generally speaking, I just tried to be there to watch the things, and then obviously you wanted to watch it at the time because you're going to talk to friends about it the next day and stuff. But I remember I look back now and I think, you know, it was a time where the TV actually congregated people because you'd have the one in the main. That's it. You'd have the one TV, I remember when I got older and we were allowed TVs in our bedrooms, that kind of destroyed a lot of it because it meant you could watch what you wanted, but it did kind of mean that there was no more family time, if you know what I mean. But I remember, like, you know, the whole kind of going down to the corner shop to choose a movie. I know a lot of people, it was Blockbuster. Us, we had a shop, and it wasn't even a corner shop. It was what we know as Pinders, but basically he had like the big video rental kind of wall, and we would go down there and be the discussion about what we're going to watch, and you would pick something you would never know because there was no like online reviews of these things, and we'd get such random movies sometimes, and yeah, sometimes it was a flop, but sometimes just pure gold, like just unexpected, and we'd be all laughing our heads off at something that we just didn't realize was going to be so good. And you watch together, which is my point, whether it was like videos or whether it was like a show. And I kind of, in some ways, I miss that, and I know other people do. My ex, she used to try to get us to watch things together with the boys and stuff, which I was all for, so we would do that quite a bit. I got the whole family to watch Ted Lasso. If anyone's not watched that, go and watch Ted Lasso. Absolutely brilliant show. Probably the best thing that's been on TV for like the last decade at least, for sure. And yeah, I watched that with the boys because there's a lot of what you call it, sort of moral to it and stuff like that. So I really like that. Yeah, the Twilight Zone was classic, Sparker. Honestly, I always remember the one with the ants. Do you remember the one with the ants? And he was like, basically, he got them to his home where he wasn't supposed to have them, and he was basically their god. But they were intelligent, and they were like trying to like build his face up to like worship him, so that he would give them enough food and stuff. And then he was experimenting by like giving them less and less, and like they were kind of getting angry with him, but there's nothing they could do because they were trapped. And then like I think there was somebody he basically threw in there to basically have them eat, and then I think the guy thrashed around, somehow broke them free, and so they kind of decided that he was like the thing to build the shrine to, and then obviously they escaped, and that was it. They were going to take over the world type deal because they could. That's what was going to happen. It's like mental, but they'd always leave it hanging. That their ability to leave something hanging, and go, you know what's going to happen, but we're not even going to tell you. It's just mental. You must have watched One Foot in the Grave and Keeping Up Appearances. A little bit, but not huge amounts. So you know, I do know the I don't believe it. I know that stuff, but I didn't watch that as religiously as some of the things I've mentioned, to be fair. But yeah, I've seen some of them. What have got that? Just catching up with some friends I worked on the rigs with that I haven't seen since 2018. Looking forward to. Oh yeah, because you were telling us you worked on the rigs and like yeah. So that's cool. That is a great use of a weekend, to be fair, in Barcelona to catch up with some old workmates. I mean, old work buddies. That sounds like a brilliant time. I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be some booze involved as well, and this is going to be a pretty kind of like epic weekend. I might be wrong there, but like that feels like the kind of vibe that there might be going on there. Still Game and Only Fools and Horses are great. Oh yeah, I watched a lot of Only Fools and Horses. That was obviously classic. Yeah. Oh, Father Ted. Yeah, that's true. To be honest though, I didn't watch a huge amount of that. Once I got into it, yeah, I watched a fair bit of it. But it was again when I was watching it, was in the era where you had to be there for it, and it was at a very awkward time. And I think I discovered it, and it had already been on for ages. Now, in this day and age, if I'd have found that at that point, I'd have been like, whoa, I've got to go back and watch this from the start and watch all the episodes. But it's like going back and watching episodes now is a bit like, like there's an investment there where you have to go, oh, is it going to be worth it? And there's so much stuff to watch now. I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Like, I will only make that investment in something new if there's nothing, and I mean nothing to watch at all. I'm like, okay, I need to. There's not going to be anything for months to watch that's anything good. So I'll find a new show where I can invest some time and watch, like, you know, the 5 or 10 or whatever many seasons that are out that I haven't watched yet. So like, I didn't watch Dexter when it first came out, and I eventually, I think like last year at some point, started watching it, and I watched all the way through to the last season, and I got most of the way. when I got a little bit into the last season and then kind of stopped because I kind of got sick of it. And I wasn't liking the last season for whatever reason. So I do keep meaning to go back and finish watching it, but it's kind of like it's done now. My brain's gone, nah, I had enough of that. So yeah, I don't think I could go back and watch Father Ted now, but if I'd been able to do that at the time, I think I would. Right, so I think that was 2 dad jokes. I think I owe one more, don't I? So this is today's actual dad joke. Oh, before I do, hi Sarah, good to see you in. You still feeling guilty about all the other streams? I jest. What's Susie saying? So I just came back to say that you, my friends, are always kind to me, even though I don't know you very well. Well, that's a lovely sentiment, Susie, and we all love having you here. We do. Yeah, I'm well, Sarah. I'm just having a chill Friday night. Ethan has gone back to his mum's, so I'm just here chilling out, waiting for my friend to turn up, and I'm about to do the last dad joke of the night. So I hope this is better than the other 2. The other 2 were absolutely trash, basically. Did you see they made round bales of hay illegal in Wisconsin? Wisconsin? That's how you say that, isn't it? It's because the cows weren't getting a square meal. That's awful. And that's also, do you know, I'm starting to realise that these are quite Americanized. The wording is very American, and then they talk about Wisconsin and things like that. But that's awful. Did you see they made why even why have they gone to that trouble? Did you see they started making round bales of hay, and also illegal? Oh yeah, see, so but it's like you don't need that. You just like, did you see they made round bales of hay illegal? Yeah, it's because the cows weren't getting a square meal, and I'm like, but even that though, that is cringe. That is really cringe. What's that? You can't wait for a weekend off. Oh, are you working the week? Do you always work the weekends then, Sarah? I didn't realise that. You definitely need a weekend off then. What would you do? What's your when you do get your weekend off? What do you do with it? That is the real question. I hope you do something spectacular if you only get the odd weekend off. Yeah, you do that, Susie. You come say hello and then you leave. I'm like, okay, but you do you. You don't have to stay in for ages. But if you want to come back and forth, that's all right too. We've got lots of people here to keep us going, even if you don't want to stick around. But you're always welcome in. Spend time with us whenever you like. We've got Fraser Brown in saying good evening from Scotland. Hey, we've got another person from Scotland in, another Scottish brethren. I don't know what we're going to say for that, but lovely to have you in. We do like the Scottish people here. It's I am English through and through, but I grew up with well, my mum's best friend was a Scottish lady, and I spent so much time at her house. It's unreal. Yeah, so I'm very familiar with Scottish people, and I love you guys. Chuck saying, so this is real, or did I make it up? Go on then, Chuck, fire away. We will try to figure. Oh, I say that. I think Lucas is here. Okay, go and open up the door. Hello. I'm just streaming. You can come in. I'll.
Can I come back later, maybe?
No, come back in. I'm going to say goodbye to the people. It's all right. I was literally waiting on you. So that's it, guys. We're cutting it there. We were about, I don't know, 3 minutes short of where I thought we'd be, but it's been absolutely fantastic to see you. And Sarah, come back and tell me what you do with your weekends when I'm streaming tomorrow. But for now, everyone, take care and have fun.